Okay, I'm looking at the first practice problem for polynomial regression. I'm only going to do this one. I don't have a calculator that I can project for you, so I'm just going to talk you through it pretty much. With these, the big thing here is we're trying to figure out which polynomial is the best, or if we should use a quadratic, a cubic, a quartic, or even maybe an exponential regression. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to first, if you press second 0, you can go down to where it says, I think you have to scroll down, and it'll say diagnostic on, and you want to do that and hit enter a couple times. It'll just come up and say diagnostic on, and it'll say done. You have notes on how to do that. You just took notes on how to do that, so if I misspoke or you didn't quite get it from what I just said, just read your notes. It explains how to get it there. Then you need to go to, we're going to do this problem a lot like we would have done quadratic regression. You're going to press stat, go over to edit, and then in X list, or L1 rather, you're going to type in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like we did before. And then in L2, you're going to type in these values. If you need to pause the video while you type that in, go ahead and do that. Then we're going to go to stat, calc, quadratic regression, just like we did before. And you are going to need to do the vars, yvars, function, y1. Remember, if a list pops up, you need to go down to where it says store reg equation, and then do vars, yvars, function, y1. But then once you do that, it'll come out calculate. But this time at the bottom, since we turned the diagnostic on, it'll say r squared. R squared tells you how closely your graph fits the data points. The closer it is to 1, the better. So if you have 0.9 anything, that's good. But if you're looking at 0.6, that's a problem. So you want to keep going through them. You always want to go with the lowest one that's good. So you might do quadratic, cubic, quartic. Try all three, and whichever one gives you an r squared very close to 1, that's the one you want to go with. The lowest one that gives you r squared close to 1 is the one you want to go with. So once you've decided which one is good, you're going to answer A, find a good model for the data. You'll just copy the equation it gives you at the top. For instance, when it was quadratic, it would say y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. But instead of writing a, x squared, bx, and c, you replace those letters with what they tell you they equal underneath. So it might say a equals 4, b equals -2, c equals 3. So you write y equals 4x squared minus 2x plus 3. Okay. Then it says estimate the population after 7 days. So 7 days is time. So whenever you're given a time is x in this problem, whenever you're given an x value, remember you press second trace value, type in 7 and hit enter. Then it will give you the y value that corresponds to it. So that's after you've chosen the correct one. And remember, if it gives you a y value, you type in the y2 and do second trace intersect. Or if it asks you to find the max or min, you just do max or min. You may have to change your window on it, like at this one. Your window is obviously going to need to change. Your x value would probably be 0 to 150 or 125. And then this one would be 0 to maybe 1,250 or 1,500. And then you can remember you can hit zoom 6 to go back. All right, good luck.